Hello and welcome back to Remembering World War II. My name is Adam.
My name is Malcolm.
And my name is Aiden.
Today we will be talking about war in the Pacific, and Aiden will start us off.
In today's episode, I will be talking about Thomas B.H. Askins Jr. Askins was a Navy soldier born on October 14th, 1921 in the United States. On December 6th, Askins was told he would finally be sent home after he had been waiting 2 months to be sent home. He was overjoyed to learn about this. But his joy was short-lived, as on the next day, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor and the United States declared war the next day. He was supposed to be dismissed and go home in the year 1941, but based on his service records, he was in the Navy until 1958. He had served in World War II and had earned several medals before he was finally sent home. Some medals he earned were the World War II Victory Medal, the American Defense Service Medal, and the Presidential Testimonial Award. Stories like this show that people serving in the Navy that were supposed to be going home had to stay and fight in the war due to the Pearl Harbor bombing. Instead of being home with their families, they had to fight in the war, suffering injuries and even dying.
Today I will be doing the story of Vic Borisall. Victor Andrew Borisall was born in Festus, Missouri on November 30th, 1901. He left home in his early teens to mine boron manually near the Old Mines District on the Mississippi River. At the end of the summer of 1922, he successfully tired himself and he bummed a ride with a friend to the Great Lakes Training District in Chicago to visit military recruiters. When he was stationed at Pearl Harbor, he had a first-hand account on everything that happened there. Multiple ships being destroyed, kamikaze pilots everywhere, and explosions riddling the area. This story is really intense and interesting. The interesting part was that this soldier was minding his own business, and all of a sudden his world just suddenly flipped over. This can really relate to current time events since things are so easy to change and one must be prepared when it happens.
Yet another interesting story, Malcolm. Now I will be talking about notes on the diary of Lauren Bruner. Lauren Bruner was said to be a 20-year-old sailor during the attack on Pearl Harbor. There are hundreds of stories of Pearl Harbor, but many are unique and average in their own ways. The actual diary of Lauren itself was apparently either missing or in family possessions. However, notes were still able to be taken on it. Supposedly, once the Japanese planes began bombing Pearl Harbor, people started evacuating as quickly as possible, and Lauren was the second to last person out. He had been badly burned and he had 2 gunshot wounds. Once he was out, he was quickly taken to a small boat where as many people were able to escape to. He was treated with medicine and bandages, and shortly after most people had escaped, U.S. planes began to swarm the air, attempting to fight back the Japanese. Lauren later passed out, and it said that that was all he could remember from the attack. Stories such as this from Pearl Harbor perfectly represent war in the Pacific, because it shows how sudden and tormenting the attack was, and how prepared our country was to fight it off. Thank you for watching Remembering World War II. Next time we will be talking about genocide, or as most people know it, the Holocaust. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching.